Day number 20, and I'm getting pretty good at doing these in the daylight now. I really like having my evenings to myself. And I think um, recording these when I feel the moment of gratitude or whatever I'm going through the day, I think it's really powerful to kind of record it more or less in the moment. But today last night I took my daughter sledding, and we had a pretty special night. She ended up waking up throughout the night, had a bad dream, so for the first time since she was a little baby, she crawled into my bed, and we it was a super special night. She crawled into my bed, and we just we snuggled till the morning time, and I'm just grateful to be that uh, grateful to be a father that's a part of her life like that. Um, and basically everything I do is because of her. I remember feeling so judged and persecuted through the whole fucking Navy bullshit. Um, and I could have went. That was a real. I could have went either way. I could have just decided to sink or swim. It was basically a real sink or swim moment in my life. I think that was the fork in the road of my life, where I could have chose to be a victim or chose to kind of rise to the challenge. And yeah, super proud, super proud. Um, oh boy. Um, and a big part of the guilt I felt when I was smoking so much and trying to escape is that it was taking my time and attention away from her. I knew the father and person I wanted to be was uh, was going to be more invested into building a legacy, but also in her life, in influencing her life and her growth and her view of the world. Like that is the role of a father. I think is to fuck is to be that example. So um, yeah, day 20. Holy fuck. I feel strong. I feel so blessed. Like it's just the start. Like I'm not. I'm not struggling. Like I'm leaning into this shit. Like I'm fucking shedding tears in front of a camera for the fucking world to see, and I don't really give a fuck. Like call me what you want. I'll be a snowflake if that's what people want to call me, or like it doesn't even matter anymore. Um, I know that it is a positive more than a negative for a lot of people. Um, and yeah, it's just the start. This is the start. And there is no finish line for this. I don't want to smoke for the rest of my life. I'd be fine with that. I like the growth. It's not even 3 weeks yet, and I feel like I've grown exponentially as a person. And just cleaning out the fucking decades worth of fucking shit that's in my closet. So it reminds me a lot. I know I relate a lot to ultra marathons and running, but after my first 100-mile event, um, I learned a lot. I fell off psychologically a lot, and in training and everything, I was fucking so focused, laser focused, and once I crossed the finish line, once it was all done, I you know what, it was kind of subconsciously pre-planned, where I felt good. Like if I crossed that finish line, I figured I was good. Like nothing could stop me. Bada bing. But like I started smoking cigarettes again. I felt an imposter in my own mind and body. I felt undeserving of all the congratulations and compliments. And yeah, it was, I got very dark. And the same guilt came back. Um, it took me a while to kind of reestablish myself, but I think it was late October. The event ended in mid August, and late October, I ended up quitting cigarettes again. Just cold turkey. Like I was just over it, and that's kind of when I started to appreciate that there is no finish line for this shit. It's like it's a fight for my life. Like it's there's no cliche. There's no two ways about it. Like I need to choose life, and I just will not be able to accept regret of not having the courage to kind of challenge myself to change. Um, I want to feel worthy. I want to feel valuable. Not to anybody in particular, but it's a feeling, the feeling of being guilt free, of being self sufficient in the fact that you're kind of living life by your own terms, not a slave of mind or not a slave of mind, body, or emotions, or like even spiritually. Like I'm not religious by any means, but I do find myself talking about God and blessings and like I'm not. I've never been to church. I'm not even baptized. So, um, but there is something. There's something that calls for me deep down. Like it's always been there. Now that I like looking back, it's always been there, and it's always been feeding that guilt that that's drove me so crazy over the years. But um, yeah, I'm fucking proud. Uh, fuck me, man. Like, it's like until the fear of staying the same overcomes the fear of change, then I wasn't going to grow. And I'm 38 years old, so I still got lots of life left to live, obviously. But I try not to. I try not to regret that it took. Be careful with my wording here. I try not to regret that it kind of took me up to now to figure it all out, but it's a process. It's like the 100 mile event, man. It's a one step at a time. Like you start at mile zero, and then you keep on going. You keep chugging step by step. There's no skipping any mile numbers. There's no shortcuts. There's no fucking nobody's going to carry you or help you. The best anybody can do for you is to kind of offer a word of encouragement. And in life, that's exactly what's going to happen. Nobody's going to fucking carry your burden for you. Nobody is. Nobody should be expected to. Um, yeah, it's pretty profound. A profound feeling that I have today, especially getting to spend so much quality time with my daughter. She's in there right now having some downtime with her phone and whatnot. But this morning was magical. It was pure magic. Oh, and tonight we're going to go to a hockey game with my parents, with my mother and my stepfather. So she loves the Mooseheads, the local hockey team. So we're going to go spend some more time at that. Um, like I don't know if I'd even be able to do that if I was still smoking. Like I would find a way to kind of get out of it or not be so invested in the activities that allow me to kind of spend so much time with her out in the world. Like I would spend time with her before, but just kind of just half-assed, man. Everything was so half-assed, and like I never want to feel that again. I never want to feel that I'm selling myself short for any fucking reason. Like my I don't know if I mentioned it in my last video, but my employer offered me 5% increase, as opposed to the job offer that offered me at minimum 25%. So I was like, thanks, but no thanks. Like, fucking took me lunch hour to think about it. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good with that. So they offered me 5% increase, and I offered them 2 more weeks of my time because I know my value. No, I don't know my value. I appreciate that my value is still being revealed to me, and like there is no finish line to this. I will not stop. Like, I don't even know where my potential will lead me, but fuck, is it ever exciting to think about? Yeah, just a feeling of pride right now, I think, is more than is like the overruling factor of everything at this point in time. Just pride and determination. Like, I'm going to approach the next my next ultramarathon, major ultramarathon, I guess, because I'm going to run several in preparation for this next adventure, I'll call it. But yeah, I'm going to approach the 200-mile event as I would my life. I'm going to be humble, appreciate the process, and I'm not going to project myself into the future. I'm going to appreciate the moment, value each moment, and value each step of the fucking way, because that's how this shit is done. That's how I want to live my life. That's how I'm going to be a positive influence in the world and project the feeling of love, um, that I know I'm capable of. Like, I don't even know what I'm capable of, to be honest with you. I'm feel powerful. Like, I'm beyond powerful. Like, this is something calls for me, and I finally feel like I'm answering it. Like, I hear it. It's not that I'm crazy and I hear voices, but there's something that gives me the feeling of wanting more. Not wanting more in the sense of like greed, or like I don't want to be wealthy or rich, or but I think like the more money that I have, the more I'd be able to kind of validate my message, or like my the values that I hold. But I'm not worried about money at this point in time. But obviously, but the job will offer me more money. But that's in terms of cost of living and being comfortable, and really propelling myself into the future a bit. Um, Obviously, putting a roof over my head and being able to eat is a priority, but money isn't everything by any means. I think if I realize my true value and potential, then the world will find me valuable, in the sense that and bless me with wealth in mind and body, especially, or not mind and spirit would be the priorities. But um, physical wealth, I'm not. That's not the priority at all. Like, I want to feel valuable in my soul. Like, I want to be somebody that people are proud to know, that people can have faith in, that people can believe in, and like oh fuck, man, I'm ready. Like, I'm so ready. I'm ready to keep fucking going. Like, this is something that I envisioned. I envisioned this feeling for a long time. Just being so convicted in my pursuit of excellence. I think that's what it is. Just pursuing excellence, not perfection, because I realize perfection isn't really possible. But to feel excellent in my endeavors, um, but especially to feel excellent in my choices and my mentality. I think that's the most humbling piece of it all, is that I finally listening to myself, to my higher self, I guess. Um, but yeah, I think that's all I got to say for today. Again, I never know what I'm going to say for these things, but again, it's 15 minutes, so I'll cut her short here. I cut her short, but not really. But um, yeah, March 4th, day 20. I feel fucking blessed and unstoppable. Honestly, like there's nothing that's going to stop me except me. Um, I'm not thinking about tomorrow in the sense of anxiety. Um, I choose to love myself in the moment, and that's fucking empowering in itself. I hope this all made sense, but I'll see you tomorrow, which is day fucking 21, 3 weeks into this. And I feel like I can change the fucking world. I think we can all change the world if we all just choose love over fear. And fear staying the same. No, there's probably a better way to say that. Love the potential that you have enough to pursue it, to pursue the change that it would take. I think that's a better way of saying it. It's less negative in that way, and I think if you can catch yourself saying those negative things, um, not that it was so much negative, but it was a negative connotation to it. But if you love yourself enough to pursue the potential to be a positive influence to those around you, to your environment, then that's a fucking noble pursuit. And that's the ultimate ultra marathon that I'm on right now. So, anyways, peace, love, and clarity. I'm out. I'm gonna go fucking chill out before this hockey game because I'm kind of sleepy. Sledding's tough, man. It's a lot tougher than I remember. But I'll catch you later.